It's your girl Nuna Rue with co-host Keisha Renee.
Keisha Renee.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just so anxious to talk to you guys. But how was your night?
My night was wonderful, and yours?
It was good. It was good. I had a slight headache I could not get over, but I'm working through it.
But you're good, because the doctor said it is your foot that's giving you the headache, right?
Yeah, so that's what's causing me to have this little migraine that I'll be having, you guys. As you guys see, I'm in a foot.
Hey, Zena. Hey,
So
Quay.
it's causing me to have like a slight migraine on the left side of my head. But it's all good. It's all good. We're here. We're ready to chat with you guys. And we want you guys to be honest. All the way honest. Say exactly the way you feel. It's no shame.
There's no right answer. There's no
No
wrong
wrong,
answer.
none.
There's no judgment. Only God can judge. And
Only
He
God.
ain't hiring.
And He's not hiring. Period.
Purr.
Okay, well, y'all ready for today's topic?
All right.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. What's today's
Topic is...
Stop trying to outdo my drums. You know I got the Five Below drums.
All right, do your drums.
Tick, tick.
Thank you. You have your daughter or son. We're just gonna say child.
A child.
Your child. You got your best friend, and you've been friends for years. Like, I'm talking about elementary school years, like potty trained together. That's pretty much your sibling.
Yes.
And your child comes to you and says that your best friend has been molesting them. So as a parent, you hurt.
Hold on.
However, your child is a compulsive liar.
Wow.
So what do?
You know I go first.
Roll out the red carpet.
You know what I mean? Okay. As usual, guys, I go first. That's some deep Okay. First of all, this been my homegirl, homeboy, whatever the case. And then my child, who's been known to lie about everything, get in trouble with school for lying, lie to me constantly, come to me and say, I need to tell you something. Such and such been touching me, and I don't know what to do. Okay, my first reaction, because that's really deep, because that's your child coming to you. First of all, what I'm going to do is, because I know my child lie all the time. What's the matter?
Signing in so I can see the
So, I know my child lie all the time, so what I'm going to do is, first I'm going to take my child to the doctors, because I need to know if it's, because they can tell if you've been touched. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take my child there. If they tell me that they don't see anything at all, I'm going to just monitor my child around a person. I'm not going to go to my friend who I had for such a long time because I know my child lie all the time. But, however, if they tell me that they do see something going on, then, of course, I'm going to go to my friend and be like, look, my child told me that you've been touching them. Because that's hard when you hear that somebody's touching your child. But it's even harder for you to know what is right and what is wrong when it comes to your child, because your child lies about everything. I asked your child what's his name. Told me Leonard, his name is Bob. You know what I mean? Your child lied about everything. I asked your child, did we eat yesterday? He said he haven't eaten in 4 months. You know what I mean? If your child lying all the time, I would definitely go the doctor route. If I don't see nothing, if they even said that it's no sign at all that your child been touched, what I'm going to do is, it's going to still stay in my head because my child said it. And because he said it or she said it, it's still a possibility. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to be around my child and monitor what's going on around my child. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But, like I said, however, if I find out that my child really has been being touched, I'm going to sit my friend down and I'm going to be like, such and such told me that you touched him. You know what I mean? We're going to have this conversation. I don't really know if it's going to be a conversation though, because I try not to be the violent way, but if they said that you know, your child's lying. Like, and it seemed like I could tell that they lying. I'll be like, what the heck? What the heck? Boom, 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 boom. You touched my child. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I'm gonna be mad. I'm not even gonna lie, cause it's my child.
You caught me by all the way surprised.
I'm gonna be mad, you guys.
I'm sitting here eating. Gina said, I still have to investigate.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's going to the doctors, because you know what? Being molested, it's so many children in this world that's been molested. And there's so many adults that was molested as a child. Mm-hmm. And the outcome, their behavior shows it. You know what I mean? So the last thing any parent wants to know is that the child been molested. That's why a lot of people don't want to take their kids to babysitters. A lot of kids don't even trust schools no more. You know what I mean? So it's like family members, you can't, like, they don't really trust family members like that no more. You know what I mean? But it's sad because of the fact that it's still a lot of good people that's out there that's capable of watching kids. But one bad apple spoils a bunch.
The whole thing.
So what would you do?
So, I feel like...
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I'm sorry. It would be a hard decision, like, because for one, because that's my child and somebody says something like that, the parent in me first would just want to go after my friend and attack him, because I'm like, I trusted you. But also, because you know your child is a liar, you don't want to lose a friendship behind it. Like, not saying that your friendship is more important than a relationship with you and your child, but
when your child lies so much.
When your child lies so much, I definitely would have to, like you said, I would have to investigate. I gotta see the difference in my child, how my child acts when my friend is around, get him or her checked.
How your friend acts.
Yeah, how my friend acts. Like, I would just have to do some things.
Yes.
Because I'm like, if I find out it's true, then yeah, my friend's not going to jail. I could promise you that.
Yeah, we're gonna be.
But if I find out it's false, my child is going to be on. It's going to be crazy.
Yeah, I just feel like
Isis said, "Hey family."
Hey Isis. But yeah, like, what would you do? Like, what would y'all do if y'all found out that y'all are longtime friends since grade school or since high school, or you know, whatever? Y'all been friends for so long that y'all even call yourself family, and sometimes y'all even start to look alike because y'all been hanging around so long. You find out that your child, who is a compulsive liar, my shady penny. Hey, my shady penny. So you find out that your child is a compulsive liar. You find out that they've been touched by somebody. What y'all do? Because that's your child. Your child, and as a parent, it's your job to protect them. Can you imagine your child getting older and y'all sitting down and your child got so much animosity towards you and you wonder, like, what? Why you acting like this? You know what I mean? And then they come out and told you that, look, Uncle Bob, he touched me when I was younger. You know what I mean? That would be hurtful. That would be hard. And I don't want the courts and the police to handle it. Right. Because I really don't. Because you're not going to handle it. You're not going to handle it the way I'm going to handle it. You're not going to do it. You know what I mean? You're going to have him sit there. He's going to be protected by all these officers, guards, or whatever, right there inside court. They're not going to let you get to them. More than likely, they're going to be smirking at you like, yeah. You know what I mean? So,
like, I did it and there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, I don't want that kind of justice. I don't. I want to lay my hands on you.
I feel like, me personally, I believe in eye for an eye. Because I feel like if you rape my child, now I want to rape you.
Terribly. Oh, I seen that on the show. Oh my goodness, y'all, you know how my mind go.
Why? I just want to put a side note. Why every time black people get hyped, they got to swing on somebody?
Was I swinging on you?
You just said, oh, I seen that on the show. Didi too, like, she'll get hyped, but she be like, you darn near dislocated my shoulder because you laughing.
But I seen it. You don't understand. I seen it.
And you still hitting me.
I'm sorry.
Didn't we have a talk about abuse yesterday?
I know, right? So stop abusing me. But you guys, I'm telling you, what would y'all do? I got parents on here. It's a lot of parents on here. What would y'all do if your child came to you as a child? You know your child is bad though. You know your child.
Compulsive liar.
You know your child lied by everything. You know your child lied by everything. And what would you do? What would you do? What would you do if you know your child that's a compulsive liar come to you and tell you about your child? Tell you about your best friend and that your friend been touching them. What would you do? That's why a lot of people. So what would you do? What would you do? So
ISIS put laughing faces. So I actually read that one on some type of article too, and I feel like it's morbid, but because the fact it involves a child, I love it. Cause I feel like anybody that can do something to a child or to the elderly, you deserve to suffer.
Yes.
Like, you need to suffer.
Remember that?
So this guy,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
he was in the thing when he went to prison because I think he molested his girlfriend's baby. By baby, not a toddler, but a baby. They all babies, but regardless. He went to jail, to prison. They found out what happened, and he got gang raped. They sent him to the prison nurse, and she healed him. She had to sew his butt up, and then he went out and they busted stitches open and raped him again. And I just feel like wherever y'all from, shout out to y'all.
But you know what they did though? After he got all that though, he got a lawsuit. He got money.
Are you serious?
Yes, he got money because what happened was they got an attorney for him, and they sued the prison for allowing him to get raped. So he did get raped, you guys. But he wound up getting money because the thing was. But I remember the one guy who raped a woman. He raped a woman, and then she was young too, y'all. This girl was she was no more than 16 years old. He raped her and told her if she told anybody, he was going to kill her and her family. Instead of her taking that threat though, she went and she told her uncle that it was a family friend that raped her. So she was young. But the uncle she told was gay. So he broke into the house, y'all, and he tied him up and everything. Had him by knife. I don't know if it was a knife or gun, whatever. He had the baby, right? Let me tell you something. That you throw me off.
Oh, Robbie.
But oh my gosh, what he did was he raped her. So I'm like, that's an eye for an eye right there. But it was just how can you be that type of person that you can rape a child? Or
I would rape anybody.
Anybody.
But even if you are to that point though, a child or the elderly.
Why is a child attractive?
And yeah, for the life of me, like I said, I will never understand how somebody can look at a child as sexually attractive in the first place.
But as a parent, and you see that your child is being you see your child come to you as, your child is bad. I'm not even gonna lie. Your child, in this case, your child is a compulsive liar. Mm-hmm. Your child lies about everything. But then your child come to you and your child looks like with tears. Like, I need to tell you this. I need to tell you this. You used to your child lying and everything, but then your child comes to you and it's like talking to you about your best friend. A child that a friend that you made a godparent to. And tell you that godparent has been molesting them. Mm-hmm. I don't know, you guys. Y'all parents out there, what would y'all do? And y'all can be honest, because there's no judgment here. It's none. It's no judgment. We're not going to judge you for your thoughts, because, look, y'all heard my thoughts. Y'all know I'm crazy. You know what I mean? I'm crazy. Y'all can't do nothing to me. You know what I mean? At all. Only God can judge me. Y'all don't have that power judging me. But my thing is, honestly, I would not take it up with the authorities at all.
I feel like
if I found out that it was true, I would not take it up with the authorities. If I found out that it was not true, I would get my child help.
But I'm like, after that, how could you go forward? Because, like, if this child is lying, that means
Shit's over.
it's a possibility that the child may not have told just you.
Right.
They may have told other people. So now people that don't know your friend is already looking at your friend as a molester, as a child rapist.
Yes.
So then what happens when you find out that it is false? Like, you get your child to help, but it's like, where do you go from there if the help does not work?
Oh my gosh. That's sad. That's sad because your friendship is ruined over your child lying. You know what I mean? But then you find out the reason why your child is saying that, right? Is because your child was molesting the siblings. So if your child is doing that to somebody else, but you really gotta get them help. You will really have to get them help. I just think that as a mother, the way I would feel if I found out that anybody touched any one of my children, I really lose it. I'm not going to sit there, honest to God, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, well, they did this, but, you know what I mean, he's still my friend. Let's sit down and discuss this. No, it's no discussion.
Isis said, I'm going to murder that bitch and try not to get caught. But if I do get caught, I'm pleading insanity. Real stuff.
I know about Isis. For real. Because imagine if you take that to court. Like I said, that person who did it is in the front of the courtroom with the attorney.
And there's nothing you can do.
Nothing. You're sitting there and you want to get to that person. And you know the person always seems to look back.
Mm-hmm.
Always seems to look at the family.
And then if you touch the person, you get locked up.
But you know what, to be honest, lock me up.
I mean, I feel like anybody will understand that. As long as I get the hit, I protected my child, I avenged them, whatever. But it's like, the justice system is so crazy, though, because how is it that I'm locked up because I hurt this person that hurt my child? God forbid your child was a virgin when they started. You can't get that back.
No, and the child, to me, they always said therapy. But therapy don't really change the thoughts. Mm-hmm. That will always be in your child's head. You know what I mean? And imagine if you was that sorry type of parent that you still friends with them, then that child got to see that person all the time. That would not work for me. You know what I mean? But it is parents out there that do that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Or come up with the excuse like, I need to trust my child better. You know what I mean? Like blaming stuff. But how can just like that guy who raped that baby, that infant, how can you rape an infant? Mm-hmm. Like how? Like what's in your mind? That right there, I'm gonna tell you like this. Honest to God, I'm going to jail. Because I'm not beating. I'm going to jail. I really am. Lock me up. Do what you have. Get my food ready. You know what I mean? And then I don't eat no beef. Just I'm going to be locked up.
That'd be crazy. And I'm like, off the subject, but on the subject. What hurts the most is thinking, as a grown man, your parts would take up that baby's whole body. So it's like you're really just destroying that child from the inside.
Messing the child up. So to those of y'all that just joining us, my co-host will tell you the topic.
Suave too.
Hey.
Zena said that's a hard thing because it happens so much these days. Now, like you said, for those of you guys that's just joining, topic today, you have your best friend that you really just grew up from childhood. You call that friend your sibling. Your children call that person your own or uncle. You have a child that comes to you and says that your best friend has been doing something to them, touching them, molesting them, being inappropriate. However, your child is a compulsive liar. Your child is known to lie at school. about pretty much everything, little
Family.
things, dumb things, family. Your child has lied on you. So it's like,
what do you
what
do?
route do you take to get that under control?
What do you do? Like how you gonna find out if it's true or not? You know, what would you do? What would you do?
All right, so I said the afternoon cuzzo was the topic for today. Oh no, he's probably saying good afternoon cuzzo. What's the topic? Oh yeah, I just said the topic for today.
Yeah.
So,
the topic, like she said, like what would you do as a parent?
Yeah, as you have your best friend. You grew up with him or her, and your child, your baby, comes to you and says that your friend
middle school
is being inappropriate. What do you do?
What do you
but
do?
Knowing your child is a compulsive liar, what do you do?
How do you distinguish between
what's the truth,
what's the truth,
and
what's the lie? What would you
steps
do?
Do you take?
And then once you find out that it's not true, what do you do? Once you find out that it is true, what do you do? Because if it's, first of all, I'm not, I told you this, I'm not going to the person right away. I'm not going to the person right away. I'm not going to go to my friend right away and say, look, you know what I mean, this person said that you was, this person. I'm not going to the person right away. My child said that, you know, you was molested. I'm not going to do that.
Because they're going to look at you, oh, your lying ass child, is that the one you talking about?
Yeah. And I know if it was me, I'm going to tell y'all, if it was me and you come to me.
Watch your words.
And you come to me and you tell me that I touched your child, and I know for damn sure I didn't touch your child because your child's a liar, I'll be like, you no good son of a mother. You know damn
you
well.
You going to go there like, you beep.
You know damn well your child's a liar. And that would ruin our friendship. Because I would feel like, why would you come to me like that? Because the fact that I know me. But what I'm saying is, what would you do towards your child? You would definitely need to get your child some help.
Yeah, because if I find out, like I said, if I find out that is true, my friendship is over. But not only my friendship is over, your way of life, your livelihood is over after that. Because then I'm not the only person that you got to deal with over my kids. But then if I find out that it's not true,
if you find out that it's not
if
true,
I find out that it's not true, then it's like, that would be crazy.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
Hold on, excuse me.
So, yeah. So with the, I can't read this. I'm gonna let my co-host read this. But yeah, it's just. If I find out that it was a lie, I definitely would give my child some help. I would try to find out why my child is like that. Like I really would. So, but I know that I wouldn't go straight to my friend because I wouldn't want to ruin a friendship.
So Suave Paul says, well, a situation like that, I'm automatically going to call the police and get the situation taken care of. Because you know they say when you keep crying wolf, when things really go on, people don't believe you. But a situation like that, I will believe my child.
See, and I feel a little bit different. Like, I would really go, before I get to authorities involved, first of all, I don't think I would get to authorities involved because I got anger issues. But the first thing I would do was take my child to the doctors and see, because they can tell if the child's been touched, especially if it's a young child. No young child should have nothing at all sexual that happened to them. You know what I mean? So I would definitely get my child checked out. If they tell me that it's nothing at all, your child is fine, we don't see no sexual thing going on, I would really sit my child down. I'm tired of your. I'm just saying that would be me. That would be me. But then if I found out that the doctors tell me that they do see something going on down there, I would really.
True.
I would if I feel like I see that something is going on, then I want to handle it before I get the authorities handle it. I really do. Because like I said, I don't want to sit in a courtroom with somebody in the front protected by people, knowing that you touch my child.
And I'm like,
you touch my child. You know what I mean? I had you around my child.
He's sitting there looking at you.
And you don't even know how many times they did it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be boring.
Where it started,
that would be like
where was I trusted you, you babysat, and then it's like you feeling like a horrible parent because it's like, dang, I failed my child.
Yeah, like it would screw me up just as much as it screwed my child up, because I would feel so responsible for that happening to my child. You know what I mean? I would question my parenthood. Like, I would question me being a mother. Like, I would question all of that. But before I called the authorities, Lord Jesus, before I called the authorities, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray first.
Yeah, you're going to need a lot of prayer.
I'm going to pray first.
And that's whether it's true or false.
But then I'm going to pray. After I find out it's true, I'm going to pray. Tell them I want them to come over. Everything is good. Let's come over for some drinks. We chill any other time. I got a key lock on my door. I lock that door. It's going to be some furniture moving inside that place. Then after I whoop that ass, then I'm gonna call the police.
Put a dog chain around their neck and tie them up somewhere so they don't go nowhere.
I'm going to kick my door in too, from the outside. This is why they got beat up so bad. Because you kicking them from the inside, they know that it's like that. But you kicking it. Look, I watch Forensic Files. You know what I mean?
I can't with you. But I'm like, if you find out it's true, we already know about that. But then if you find out it's false, then it's like, what step do you even take first? Do you talk to your child first and see what's going through with through their mind, to try to help them so they can stop lying so much, especially about something this serious? Do you just flip out and start swinging on your child? Because it's like, some children lie just because they can. Some children lie because it's something deeper than it. So, yeah, you have to find out first, like, why is it that you lying so much?
Exactly.
But if I find out you lying just because it's a cool thing to do, like, yo, friends, haha, watch what I'm about to do.
You're going to tear that ass up.
It's going to be rough.
You're going to tear that ass up.
I feel like after that, I'm going to just have to make a phone call like Dyfus. I just want to report an abusive situation right quick, because y'all don't really know the definition between real abuse and that, because this probably really going to be abuse.
But it's crazy. It really is. I know that, I remember I seen a situation where it was a little kid that kept lying to their parents and stuff like that, lying to their friends because they wanted to be cool. They got mad at a teacher. Because the teacher said something to them. You know the story. The teacher told them something they didn't want to hear. So what they did, they went to the nurse's office and said that the teacher tried to touch them. The teacher got fired. The teacher lost like everything, and it was crazy because they found out that the boy was lying.
I know what you're talking about.
The boy was lying. So it's like it ruined the teacher's career.
After that, it's ruined.
It's no coming back for that. You know what I mean?
Even once the truth come out, then it's like it's no coming back.
No, it's not.
And the teacher probably somebody that really loved kids, and it's like after that she probably scared to even be around another. Well, he probably scared to even be around another child. Yeah,
and it was crazy because it did come out that he didn't do it.
That's a shame.
But it was like he didn't come back. And it was like, to me, the school handled it wrong anyway, because the school just automatically fired him. They didn't do suspended just until further notice. You know, we got to do an investigation. Whatever. No, they just fired him. And I just felt like I was a real support person of that teacher. And I just felt like that was horrible. You know what I mean? It's bad when a child can not like you and say, you abused me, you tried to molest me, or you know what I mean? We know about that.
And I'm like, what sucks is even what makes it so hard now is because the fact with generations coming and parenting changing, you make it so easy for children to lie. Right. Because back when I was growing up, then it was no teen child, teen mom. It's the parent and the teacher was teens. I'm on the outside.
Yes.
So it was no way whatsoever I could say or disrespect or do anything to my teacher. Because once she called your mother, it's a wrap. You got your tail whooped inside that classroom, and that's it. But now it's so different. You call like mommy, and they got cell phones. Mommy, the teacher did such, and such, and then the mom coming ready to fight the teachers. Once you get to the point that you're fighting the teacher and you not saying nothing with a kid, it's like you didn't broke something in there.
And people, societies forget that we carry our children. Mm-hmm. We birth our children. The father, he conceived the child. So it's like you're taking the parenting away from the parents, and then you giving the children too much leeway, too much to the point that, like you said, because we know a child.
I don't like children now or
just lie. It had me thinking that the teacher was abusing him.
Children are now the new adults because children they're ruling the schools. If it's a classroom in a school that they do not rule, depending on the type of mother you have, then the teacher's going to get beat up. Children are ruling the households.
Yes,
because as soon as it's a time that the parents say no, then they have a rule now where you're allowed to call diapers on your parent. Like, God forbid, imagine if grandmom and grandpa was alive right now and was to say, you say something and then you say, well, I'm calling diapers. If we was to tell them the rules right now, and then grandpa passed away in 1988. So if we were to tell him that rule right now, that children are allowed to call diapers on there, he would think like, what, bro, where are we?
He wouldn't believe it. It's so crazy, you guys, because it's like, it's sad because you got kids that's really being molested.
Yeah.
You got kids that's really scared to tell somebody. You got kids that's really growing up to be adults that's still holding on to the fact that they was molested.
Mm-hmm.
But what do? You know what I mean? And as a parent, when you have a child that's grown and come to you and said, this uncle or this aunt did this to me, it's like, what do? You really messed up. You really messed up because you watch your child grow up. You sat there sending your child to this person's house, pack the lunch, pack some clothes and stuff like that, not knowing that you're packing your child to go get molested.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad. And then you got these kids that's really scared for their parents because you tell your parents, I'm going to kill your parents.
So now it's like,
and then the kids are scared.
I definitely don't want to say nothing.
The kids are scared. The kids are like, they are so, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad. It really is. But you know what? It's so hard to tell which ones are and which ones not, because the fact that you have kids that's bad, and I'm sorry to say it like that, but they really are. They disrespectful. You can't tell a child no more because the way they talk to them. You know what I mean? A child get mad at you, like you said. They put it in the schools now that if something happened at your house, call diapers. This is the number. Okay, Mom, I'm staying over Becky's house. No, you're not. You're staying in. Today's a school night. You're not going nowhere. What's she going to do? She's going to fall out, have a fit. Mom's going to sit there and be like, discipline them. And then what's happen? She calls diapers. Mm-hmm. It's hard to be a parent nowadays.
Even with this thing, like, for you to be in school and you could have abusive relationships or something. Like, for example, putting myself out there. Remember when I was 17 and I was dating Deshaun. So I go to school and I got a black eye, scratch on my neck, busted lip. And the first thing they asked for us to go to school, they didn't ask me, like, and I'm 17. So, you know, at that age, it's possible for me to be dating. They didn't ask me, was it a boyfriend? They didn't ask me, did I get in a fight with a sibling? Did I fall something? The first thing they say to me is it problems at home? And I'm like, first of all, if it was problems at home, imagine I'm being abused at home. any smart parent ain't gonna send their child to school with a black eye that they didn't give them. Not in this day and age.
And I have a relative, you guys, and I'm so like I hope that like she probably's watching, so I'm not gonna say her name. I wouldn't say her name anyway. But we have a relative that was molested by an uncle. Didn't at all tell nobody until the uncle passed. Because as she grew up, she still had that fear.
And that's sad.
She still had that fear. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do?
And I'm like, what about the children?
Your child is being molested.
I'm like, what about the children who have parents that don't do nothing? Because it's like,
the parents molest them.
we know something. It is that as well. But we know someone who had an uncle inappropriate with them. And she actually told her parents. And the father didn't do anything because that was his favorite brother.
Right.
So it's like, when you go home, your parents are supposed to be your safe haven. That's supposed to be the people that you could go to no matter what. You go tell daddy, especially as a girl. You go tell daddy, and you're telling the truth. But that's my favorite brother. So I'm not putting my brother in jail.
That's sad. And that's why the people grow up to be evil, hateful, not loved, can't love, and stuff like that. That's why they grow up like that.
And don't trust nobody. Like, just want to keep their kids so close. Because you know this person, her kids,
don't go nowhere. They stay underneath for her all the time. And it's sad because she don't know how to be loved. You could show this person love. You could be kind and stuff like that. But because of what she went through, and that's, to me, is sad. Because what she went through, she don't know how to be proper. She really don't. She don't know how to accept someone actually being genuinely loving towards her. She don't know how to do that. And to me, that's sad. She's very hateful. She's very hateful. But I really do blame it on that. Because all her life, she know that she was raped by her uncle. She know that her parent didn't do anything about it. Her parent knew and didn't do nothing about it.
And when the uncle was in trouble, he was going to let him move in their house.
Knowing that he raped,
to keep
that he molested
from finding him.
And that's sad to me. That's really sad. What kind of parent are you to do some stuff like that? What kind of parent are you? You're not a parent. You really aren't. And to me, you're just as guilty as him.
For real. I feel like, guilty by association. And I feel like that's parent or not. If you know that somebody did something to a child, I don't care if it's your child, another child, whoever, and you don't do anything, you might as well have did it yourself. Right. I feel like just like they see people, if I go in the store and I steal a TV or something, and you just standing there watching me,
I'm guilty by association.
You're guilty because you didn't stop me. I go and slap an old person, but I didn't do it though. But did you stop her? No. You might as well punch her yourself.
And it's so crazy because that child really didn't feel loved by the parent. Really didn't. And that's why she act the way she do towards the parent. And it's nothing to me. Everybody said it's never too late. To me, it's too late. Yeah. It really is too late. It's really too late.
Yeah, it is an expiration date on certain things.
Certain things it is. And with this situation, it really is too late because her attitude is like unbelievable. So I just feel hey, Cora. So I feel like the topic of today is.
So, to those of you who have just joined us, the topic today is you have a friend, best friend, you've been friends with this person for years, like since elementary school years. You call this friend your sibling. Your child calls this friend aunt or uncle. But one day your child comes to you and is like, that friend has been touching me and there's been inappropriate. However, your child is a compulsive liar. So if your child lying at school, lying just to be lying, even lied on you before, what are you going to do?
What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do to find out whether it's true, whether it's false?
So if your child's been molested by one of your friends, family, whoever, though, what do you do? Like, if you know your child lied about everything, what do you do? And like I said before, I would take my child to the doctors. I would find out if it's any signs of sexual behavior. I would find that out. And if I find that it's not true, I would definitely give my child some help. I definitely got to give my child some help. I would have to talk to some kind of therapist. I would give my child help before it's too late. I really would. If I find out that it's true, I am not calling the police, you guys. I'm not calling the police. At that moment, I wear a badge. I am the authorities. I'm gonna handle it myself. I'm gonna take my key on my door. That's a key lock. I'm gonna take and lock the door. Take the key out, so I know they can't get out unless they try to jump out the window. And my windows are gonna be nailed shut too. I'm gonna get everything prepared. I'm gonna tear that ass up. I'm going to do that for real. And then when I get done and they laid out, not kill them, y'all. I'm not trying to go to jail for life. Not kill them. They laid out. I'm gonna take my key, unlock my door, take something and knock my door down, break my door down. And that is the reason why I attacked them.
Heard.
Forensic files. FBI files. I watch them all. I'm not. Huh? I did. For real. I'm not going to do that because as a parent, you look at your child. You look at your babies. And then to know that your babies, your small babies, that's not even really developed all the way.
Yeah, that's the worst part though.
Has been
a child
touched.
that's still growing. Their insides is like still growing, still maturing. And you did what?
And then like I said, and then for you to know, and you don't react though, for you to find out and you find out it's true and you do nothing, and you still allow that family member or that best friend to be around your child. So in other words, you're telling your child that this is normal. That's the way of life. Your child grows up to be so hateful, so hateful. What do you do? What do you do? I just know that me personally, I would be a wreck. I'll be a wreck. I'll be more messed up.
Because I'm like, yeah, even with it being true, like, okay, now you say, I beat them up, they in jail. I done tortured them. Like, I didn't put work in.
Yeah.
Now they in jail. They ain't gonna never walk again.
Hospital trying to remove the stick from up there.
Right. And you gotta put the eyelids back on that you didn't cut off.
Yeah, torture, straight up.
Pretty much gotta give fake teeth. But besides that, then you think as a parent, dang, now I feel like crap because the fact that it's like, you should have known the signs.
Should have known the signs.
And it's like, maybe I should have known something. They probably said something or did something that I overlooked because I was cooking or something and too busy. Like, it's just, were they trying to tell me and nothing? So it's like, how do you even get through that? Because now after this, not only do the child need therapy, if it's true,
you need therapy.
But you need therapy.
You need therapy. And to me, I know everybody talk about therapy. Therapy, you guys. Let's get some therapy. I mean, me talking to you, that's therapy. Mm-hmm. So me talking to a stranger, telling a stranger all of my business, to me, I don't really think it's going to solve anything. You know what I mean? You're just letting another person know. I need drugs. I need drugs. I'm going to need drugs. I really am. I'm going to need something that's going to calm me down. And that's
but I feel like before we end, let's switch it. Because, you know, I always like to see the other side of the grapes. So, what if your friend comes to you? You're totally innocent. But your friend comes to you like, oh, I got to talk to you. I'm like, oh, girl, go ahead, girl. Did you do something to my child? What you mean did I do something to your child?
What you mean? What did your lying, no good, trifling, spoil behind
okay, look,
child say?
I know my child lies a lot, and she's lied about me. She's lied on me. She lied to me. But wait. She said that you've been touching her, and I mean, I don't think she would lie about something like this.
Tell your child to come here right now. Tell your child to come right. I can't believe you brought that
Hold
to
on,
me.
let me call
Tell
her
your
because I have to say, daughter, come here, honey.
So you're gonna tell.
Can you just calm down because if I think she's traumatized.
Traumatized. I'm traumatized because she's a lying piece of.
You're my best friend. Why are you talking
Get your hands
like
off
that?
of
Then
me.
you go, boop.
Get your hands off me. Be jacking you up. What? You gonna have your child lie on me? You gonna come to me with that bull crap?
Right, I feel like unless that would be disrespectful.
Your child told me it was raining today. I carried the umbrella and it's sunny
Look,
outside.
and wasn't your child? Wasn't this the same child that told your husband that you was
smoking crack in the porch?
Yeah, when he thought you was at work and you was actually inside the house sleeping.
You know damn well your child is a liar.
No, she's just trying to get like
she's a liar, and I'm gonna punch your nose out. You come to me with that bull crap again. She's a child. What the hell am I gonna do with the child?
Right?
What the heck? What the heck am I gonna do
gosh.
with the child? That would be my reaction though. What the heck I'm gonna do? If you're guilty though, this is when you would be like, oh wow, why would I do that? Like,
you know what? I'm sorry. I gotta go because I'm not even gonna stay here for that.
For you to even accuse
I gotta
me.
go.
Yeah.
Are you
what?
serious? You really think I would do something to your
Like,
child? Are you serious?
Yeah, like forget this.
No, you know how long we've been friends. Do you really think I would do something? I gotta go. This friendship's over. Don't call me no more.
Don't call me.
Don't come to my house no more. We're done.
Yes.
I gotta go.
And if I was on the other side, I'd be like, you know you guilty.
Look, I'll walk off and you be like,
yes, I know you guilty. You can tell, like, sir, I'm not saying all the time you can tell, but there's sometimes you can, especially when you've been friends with somebody for so
you can
long.
tell when they've been lying or telling
You know what I
you
mean?
acting
I don't need no lie detector. I look
weird.
at your eyes.
You moving weird.
What's all this for? Why you doing all this? You never did all this before.
Oh, that I mean my child won't jump you.
You know what I mean? Come here, Becky Boo.
We ain't even gonna call the cops. You're gonna be hiding in my basement. My babies, they gonna be hiding in my basement.
But you know, somebody that's guilty be the first one be like, why you coming to me like that?
And we supposed to be friends. Are you serious?
Why you coming to me like that?
I
gotta go.
This friendship's over.
I gotta go. You come with me with this bull crap.
And you know your child be lying.
You know your child lie all the time. Then your child just lied yesterday. Your child told me it was pens inside the kitchen. It was pencils. You know what I mean? Your child lied.
Your child going around telling people that you pregnant and you got your tubes tied. You can't even get pregnant no more. But you gonna come to me saying that I touched your child.
Your child told me to come over for a fish sandwich and you only had chicken.
When was this supposed to happen? When did it happen?
What's my chillins at? You said it's gonna fix some chillins. I'm looking for some chillins and hog maws and it's not nothing inside this house.
Yo, what is hog maws?
That's been real missing out on what.
Don't take my black card away, y'all. Do not. But what the heck is hog maws?
Chillins and hog maws. That's the big deal.
Pops even said that when he said, "Oh, the hog maws." I'm like, what is hog maws?
But I'm just like,
Sonya Branch Young.
hi Sonya, how are you?
Oh, my bad, Sonya. I'm messing up everybody's names.
But,
I apologize.
But yeah, you guys, we talking about what would you do if you found out that your best friend that you've been
best
grade
friends
school.
with someone since
grade school.
Like best friends to
Y'all
the
call
point,
yourself
like
sisters or brothers.
that's your sister, that's your brother, that's your sibling. Your children call this person uncle or auntie. Now, your child comes to you like, mommy or daddy, such and such been touching me and da-da-da-da. However, your child is a compulsive liar.
Lie about everything.
They lie about everything. Like, lie and told your mom that you was smoking crack outside in the backyard, but you was barbecuing.
But picture this though. Your child's a compulsive liar, but your child comes to you like this. I don't know how to tell you, like, Uncle Robin, like, touching me. But he told me that if I tell you, he was going to kill you. You see tears falling from my eyes. That's not an act. That's not an act. Huh? Oh, he did? Then maybe it can be an act.
These kids be some real liars.
They be smooth? What would you do? What would you do? You find out that your bestie or whatever has been molesting your child, but
touching
you don't
your
know.
baby.
You don't really know,
but you don't know for a fact because your child lies. So what steps do you take to find out if it's true or not? And then if it's true, what you gonna do? If it's false, what are you gonna do?
False, I don't know to be honest, I keep saying therapy for my child. I don't know though. Because it would have to go deeper than that. I would have to really sit down with my child every day. I need to find out what's going on in your head. Why are you not getting everything, all the attention from me that you need? Like, so I might not be. It must be me. I must not be showing you all the attention that I should be showing you. You know what I mean? That could be a big possibility.
I'm like, either way, the parent's screwed. Like, if you're a parent that's really close to your child, either way, you screwed. Because if it really happened, now you're like, oh my gosh, I wasn't there for my child. Like, what kind of parent am I? If it didn't happen, oh my gosh, like, what is it that I've done to have my child like this? What did I do wrong?
Yeah, and I'd be more concerned about that than my friendship, though. I really would.
So I'm like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
What is it that I need to do? What is it that I need to stop?
Other kids, when you have more than one or more than two kids, you always have that one child. That one child. That child that you be like, what the flying frickety flick did I do wrong? You always have that one child. And it's like when you have that one child, no matter what you do, it always goes wrong. You don't understand. Like, this child is doing good. This child is doing good. But that one child is just out of control. What do you do? What do you do? I just feel like it's always one child. And then when you got that one child that lies, that steals, that don't tell you the truth. Like, they look at you in the face and their face be so serious. And they be like, look, this is what happened. This is what happened. What's the matter?
Nothing. Quay said, preach, mom, LOL. That's why I said, let the church say amen.
But you always have that one child. What do you do? Like, you did your very best.
Are you going to comment, Quay? What would you do?
It's not nothing.
You got a baby now.
Please, someone touch your baby.
You got friends.
You found out that someone touched your baby.
Zora like 11 years old. Mommy.
And
such and such touched me.
It's your best.
Your best friend touched me. Like,
family member, uncle, aunt.
She lying. Well, not lying, but she's known to lie.
What do you do?
What are you gonna do?
And what are you gonna do when you find out it's true and this your little baby? What do you do? But I just feel like,
what do you do if you find out it was false?
When you do, but it's true though. When you have more than one or more than two children, for real, you always have that one, and they can look you in your face like this. Guess what? My face was green today. Like, serious, like straight up serious.
Like,
it makes you.
When was your face green?
It makes you question.
Mommy, it's green right now. Don't you see?
Straight face. Straight face. What do you do? It's like, it's so sad. It's so sad because you start questioning yourself. Like, what kind of parent was I? You know what I mean? You do your very best with your children. You want your children to have the best that you can afford. Mm-hmm. You want everything to be like really good. What are you doing? What you gonna do?
What he said, I'm sorry, but I'm calling She said I'm calling SVU.
Crayana be ready to kill somebody.
Okay.
Over Zora, Crayana would kill somebody.
Crayana, you fight over food.
You would be ready to kill. You wouldn't call nobody. You would call me later to try to help me to clean up the crime scene.
Okay.
But other than that, girl bye.
Crayana fight over food. No, I'm dead serious. And you know that.
Right?
I done watched her punch somebody in the stomach because they took her french fries.
Not the fries.
Man.
But yeah, it's just like, it's it's crazy because when you, like I said, when you have children, when you have that child, that one child that you can't, it's like you don't know if your child telling you the truth or not. You know what I mean? Because sometimes your child is honest, but then again, sometimes your child is not. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? And like I said, you're screwed either way. Either way, you're screwed.
Juan's watching. Juanita's watching. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Nita.
So, for the Juan,
Hey, Juan.
for the people that have just joined, topic today, drum roll, please.
No, accept my drum roll.
I accept. So, hello, ladies. Hey, y'all. Hey, Juan.
Hey.
So, oh, that's it. I forgot the word. Topic for today. You have a best friend. Y'all been friends for years, like elementary school years. You call this best friend your sibling.
Family.
Your children call this best friend auntie or uncle.
Hey, auntie. Hey.
So one day your child comes to you crying. Auntie, uncle touched me, and he was doing bad stuff to me. But before you get mad, your child is a compulsive liar.
Lie about everything.
Your child done lied to you, on you, about you, and every other thing.
Yes.
So what do? First of all, what steps are you going to take to even find out whether it's true or false? You find out it's true, then what? You find out it's false,
then
what?
Pretty much you're screwed up.
We're all ears.
Pretty much you're screwed. Okay, I'm here. First, like I said, I would take my child to the doctors, to the hospital to find out if it's true or not. If I found out that it's not true, I would really sit down with my child. We really have a parent talk, because I would have to find out what do you have inside of you that is causing all of this issue. Why do you find the need to lie about everything? If I found out that it was true, I'm not calling the cops for anything, because my name is the authorities. I'm going to call my friend over to the house. I'm going to lock them in my house, key lock, take my key out the door so I know they can't get out my door. I'm going to have my windows already. I'm going through the whole process. Now, I'm going to do all of that. And then I'm going to tear them.
I ain't do it though.
I'm going to tear the tail up. I'm telling you, I'm going to beat that. I'm going to beat that. I'm gonna tear them up, you guys, for real. I really am gonna whoop their ass. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna tear them up so bad. I swear to goodness, their family ain't even gonna recognize them. But then, once I get done, I'm gonna go out of my house, and I don't promote violence, but I am gonna go out my house. I'm gonna close my door. I'm gonna take everything with all of my might and break my door down, and then I'm gonna call the cops and say I had an intruder in my house. And while they was in my house, they touched my child. Boom. Go ahead. Your turn.
Quay said, if it's true, I'm definitely putting the hands on them.
We already knew that.
Now, if it's false, Quay, then what? Juanita said, I still will approach the situation. So, you find out, regardless, like she said, you're going to approach it regardless, because you got to see what's going on. Now, what do you do if it's false? What do you do if it's true? Or, like we already said as well, how would you feel? What is it that you would do if it's vice versa? Your friend comes to you, your best friend comes to you asking, what did you do to my child? Oh, you know what that means?
Yeah.
But your best friend comes to you saying, what did you do to my child? But you've never done anything. So knowing this child is a liar, knowing that you're innocent of this crime, what you gonna do?
Because now your friend, if you was on the other side of it, now your friend coming to you, you're thinking everything cool, everything gravy. I'm going to see my friend, all this other stuff. My friend gonna sit me down, we conversating, and all of a sudden my friend gonna say, look, John said that you've been touching him. I'm gonna be like, John know he's a dang liar, and you know he's a liar too. I know I'm gonna snap, because you're gonna accuse me of your lying, trifling behind child. You know your child just told the authorities that you was touching them, and now they're gonna say I'm touching them. You gonna cover me with that bull crap, girl? Bye.
I didn't do it though.
going in. Because if you're gonna accuse me and you know your child's a liar, see, it's all different scenarios with that. You could be the one that they lying on, or you could be the one that's actually, you know what I mean, the parent.
Juanita said, I don't care what kind of lies my child tell. Is guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, but then tell me what you're going to do when you find out that your child had lied.
And you done already cussed out
and
your
you
friend.
cussed out your friend. Like you found out that your child really lied.
Yes, it did.
What do you do?
If it's the other way around, I wouldn't expect nonetheless. I just wouldn't come back to their house.
That's true. I wouldn't come back to the house though, but I'm gonna cuss them out.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna speak my piece.
I'm gonna definitely.
But
say
afterwards,
what's on my mind.
you'll never see me again. And
Ever.
then when you find out it's false, I'm gonna be like,
I
you
still
little
don't-
lying ass child.
I still don't want you around me. When you find out that it was a lie and your child lied on me, I'm definitely not gonna. I'm definitely not. Hey. Hey.
I've been saying everybody's name wrong. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Hi. Hey. How are you? But yeah. So if the topic is, what would you do if you find out that your child was molested by your best friend or uncle, whatever? You allegedly, like your child lied all the time. The child lied like the carpet. But your child come to you and tell you that your best friend that you've been in grammar school since, and y'all been friends ever since touched them. What do you do? It's sad because the relationship is over regardless.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because if it's true, yeah, your butt's going to. Your butt's
It's like,
done.
yeah, our relationship is, our friendship
Our
is
friendship
over.
is done regardless.
Your life is over. But if it's false,
Imagine how many people your child told that to.
yeah, then it's still over because now you done already destroyed the person's name. And I feel like when it comes to doing something to a child, that's something you cannot come back from.
You can't. But our show has come to an end, you guys. But
Before we end,
we go.
tomorrow,
I love you. You're only a day away.
do you shimmy, girl? Do you shimmy? So, tomorrow is the strawberry letter. In the words of my sister and my kids, gang, 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 gang. But no gangs over here.
We have a strawberry letter for y'all tomorrow.
And if you go on, well,
Please don't miss this. Y'all are not going to want to miss this strawberry letter. We already read the strawberry letter, and it was deep. It was deep, you guys. I was
drowning.
when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, this strawberry letter is off the chain. Y'all do not want to miss it. And we're going to be doing it the last half an hour of the show. We're going to be doing the strawberry letter. This strawberry letter, you guys, y'all do not want to miss at all.
So, be there
Or
be SpongeBob.
But we would like to thank y'all so much.
Before we go out, Juanita says, if my kid's lying, he going to boarding school. I have no shame.
Juanita just straight up.
Oh, man.
I love you so much. So we are at the end of our show. And you guys, we really want to tell y'all though, abuse is no joke. It's no laughing matter at all. It's like, it's so much out there. There's so many kids that's being abused. Touching my boob like that.
Look, we talking about, you ain't no child, honey. You grown.
But abuse is, for real, seriously, abuse is no joke. There's so many people out there, kids that's abused, and they're not getting the proper help that they really need. It's so many people, it's so many adults that was abused as a child and think that, you know, everything is good, we just living with it, they got so much hate. It's numbers out there, you guys, and Keisha is going to put the numbers down below. So you guys, if you are in that situation and you are being abused, please hit the hotline number up and get the help that you really need. We really appreciate y'all joining us for this chatting with Nunu and co-host. And we hope to see y'all tomorrow, especially for our strawberry letter. So peace and love. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And y'all, peace.